at some point you're going to have to face the fact that there's an eternal someone.
And that eternal is
God. That's right.
And
That
so
is
this
God. That's right. That is God. That eternal
so
being
you're
is
calling
God.
isness God.
Pardon?
You're calling this thing that is God.
No, I'm saying there's an eternal, uncaused cause that caused the universe to come into being.
Which is
God.
Neste debate, Cliffe é questionado sobre as evidências da existência de Deus. Um estudante agnóstico desafia com perguntas instigantes sobre moralidade, percepção e as origens do universo. Deixe um comentário para compartilhar suas opiniões e não se esqueça de se inscrever para mais conteúdos como este. Agora vamos ao vídeo.
So it's either selfishness or selflessness. There's only one or the other. And you love Jesus, so you aspire to be selfless all the time. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Selflessness, right?
Selfless, yes.
So
Selfish is wrong.
is wrong.
Right.
So if everyone becomes selfless and everyone belongs to everyone else and everyone serves each other, what are we?
We got a great world on our hands.
No. that would be utopia.
Yeah, that's a great world.
Yeah. And have you read Brave New World or 1984?
No, not
or-
Brave New World. In Brave New World, there's no free will, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Brave New World is exactly what I respect when it comes to the logical consequences of atheism. No free will. We are just complex biochemical reactions. And so how do we change behavior? By changing the environment and by injecting chemicals or
Yes.
giving a person drugs. And that's the way we change your behavior. I abhor that. I call that brainwashing.
Yes.
I insist that human beings are created in the image of God, have a free will, and therefore the way that I change you is not by giving you drugs or just changing your environment. I seek to reason with you. I appeal to your conscience. I appeal to your emotions. I appeal to your experience. And I say, come on, friend, wake up and smell the coffee. You know very well that slavery and racism is not just subjectively wrong. You know it's objectively absolutely wrong. That's the way you choose to live your life. But you have a contradiction with your philosophical position of atheism, because atheism, or agnosticism, doesn't allow for an objective moral if you're going to be consistent. See, the only way you can have an objective moral is if there's more to reality than matter and energy. There's got to be a moral lawgiver with a thinking mind who says human life is valuable for a reason, and if you mess with human life and destroy human life, that's really evil. And it's really good if you build up human life.
Yeah, because life is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
I agree. But if there
But
is
why
no,
is life a wonderful thing?
we're all trying to figure that out, huh?
No, you better not. Well, yeah, you better try and figure it out, but you better, I hope, come to a conclusion pretty soon. It's a rather important question.
Oh, no, I know.
Why is human life valuable?
Can you tell me?
Yeah, I sure can. Because she and he and he and you are created by God for a purpose. And you're created to love God with your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself, which means all of you guys have innate value. You don't have value because I'm a nice guy. And guess what? I want to tell you all that you all are just wonderful guys. You all have value. Aren't I wonderful? I think you all are wonderful. No, that has nothing to do with anything. That's just a subjective, arbitrary opinion. In reality, these guys have innate value because they're not cosmic accidents. They're human beings created in the image of God for a purpose. That's why they've got value. You take God out of the picture, and you're up a creek without a paddle when it comes to explaining why these guys have value.
What if you take us out of the picture? Where's God?
Well, sir, I hate to tell you, if you and I didn't exist, all these people around here would still exist. Right? These people don't depend on their existence on you and me.
If the world ends tomorrow.
If the world ends tomorrow, then
if life itself, if consciousness, if perceiving all of this around us is gone,
Yeah?
is there anything here?
Yeah. If there are no human beings alive tomorrow, the tree is still going to be there.
No, I'm
unless
saying
someone burns it
all
up.
life.
What?
All life is gone.
Yeah, if all life is gone.
Is there still God?
Yeah, God's a living being who's not
Is anything perceived if
limited
there's
to
no
this.
life?
Yeah, perception does not define reality. I do not agree with the line of thinking that says perception defines reality. That's bogus. My perception can be wrong.
Okay.
Part of why I like education is I've got to learn to get my perceptions in line with reality. That's called being an educated person, understanding what's real. I'm convinced God is real. I'm convinced Jesus Christ is real. That is why faith in him is so wise, because that's getting in touch with reality.
My question still remains is, where is God without us?
Still living just fine, thank you. He doesn't need me or you.
Where is he living?
In heaven, we already went over that. Another dimension.
Where's heaven?
Another dimension.
Oh, so God's another dimension.
Yes, God's in another dimension. God is not limited to space and time.
And you know
He is
about this
outside
dimension?
of space and time.
You know about this dimension better than I do.
No, I've never been in another dimension. Never
So
once.
how can you say there's a God
How can I say there's a God?
if you don't know anything about the dimension?
Because it's real clear from the order and design in this universe that there's got to be a designer. It's real clear that this universe has a beginning. If this universe has a beginning, it's got to have a cause. There's got to be an uncaused cause, otherwise there would be an infinite regress, which is illogical. So therefore, the best explanation of an uncaused cause who caused the universe is a thinking mind, an intelligent designer. That's where you start in your understanding of who God is, intelligent designer.
Where did the intelligent designer come from?
He's eternal,
Who designed the intelligent
uncaused
designer?
cause, eternal.
Okay.
No beginning, therefore he does not need to have a cause. See, if you don't have a beginning, you don't have to have a cause. But if you got a beginning, you got to have a cause. Something just doesn't happen by chance. There's a cause. You and I walking through the woods, we see a ball. You say, hey man, how'd the ball get here? I say, it didn't get here, it just is. That's stupidity. The ball was put there by somebody. Fine, go from the ball in the woods to the earth. Hey man, how'd it get here? It didn't get here, it just is. That's stupidity. No, someone caused it to be here.
And who caused that someone? At a certain point, there just is. There has to be just is. There's just isness.
Well, the way I would put it is, at some point you're going to have to face the fact that there's an eternal someone.
And that is. That eternal is.
God, that's right.
And
That
so
is
this
God,
is.
that's right. That is God. That eternal
so
being
you're
is
calling
God.
isness God.
Pardon?
You're calling this thing that is God.
No, I'm saying there's an eternal, uncaused cause that caused the universe to come into being.
Which is.
God.
Okay.
All right, bud.